We've made it known on this channel that we have a soft spot for crooked Chicago Bears quarterback Justin Fields. Like, he deserves better than what the Bears are going to do to him this year. They have a biblically bad offensive line. They got rid of Allen Robinson, and it's just going to be a complete poop show, and Justin Fields deserves better. So we say all that, and the Bears are like, help is on the way. They have signed Schefter, go. Former Bengals offensive tackle Riley Reiff reached an agreement today with a one-year deal worth up to $12.5 million, with $10 million likely to be earned with the Chicago Bears per source. So, $10 million bucks, up to $12.5 million bucks for Riley friggin' Reiff. It's just like the brain trust that's going on here with the IKEA toilet. I mean, Matt Eberflus looking like Jimmy Hoffa. Like, he's looking like the mortician with the ether. He's getting high on his own supply. Ryan working the polls like, hey, I took the Bears job because I couldn't take the embarrassment of losing to Kwesi for the Vikings job. Okay. Where, again, maybe this is all part of the plan, because if you're trying to tank a team, you do exactly what the Bears are doing this offseason. You're gutting it. You're getting rid of Akeem Hicks. You're probably going to trade Robert Quinn. He ain't showing up. Roquan Smith wants out. He wants to be traded as well. So it's beautiful. It's just absolutely gorgeous, man. And again, and they're going to do this to Justin Fields just so they can have the opportunity to do this to CJ Stroud or Bryce Young next year. It's just rough, man. But, Riley Reiff, 33 years young, former Iowa Hawkeye, drafted number 23 overall in 2012. He was the second offensive lineman taken in that year's draft. First one, I don't remember his name. Just sort of blacked out that memory. And he spent his first 5 years with the Lions. Eventually, he was replaced by Taylor Decker. 2017, the Vikings, for some reason, just great one, Ricky, signed him to a 5-year, $58.75 million deal. It was after they missed out on Russell Okung in free agency, because remember, that was a big-time splash. Like, the Vikings offensive line was ass. Thank you. Then they signed Riley Reiff and Mike Remmers to big-time deals. It was just great. Now, don't get me wrong. Riley Reiff was perfectly fine. He was an Iowa meat and potatoes, decent offensive lineman. Wasn't worth the money at the end. That's why the Vikings restructured his deal and then eventually moved on after the 2020 season. He signed up with the Cincinnati Bengals, played some right tackle, opposite of Jonah Williams, who's entrenched as their left tackle, and the Bengals offensive line was still booty. Last year, he started 12 games for the Bengals at right tackle before going on IR. He wasn't part of the playoff push or the Super Bowl. He allowed 21 pressures and 4 sacks, whatever. And the Bears, like we mentioned, their offensive line, it's in a little bit of flux. So they lost James Daniels. They still have Cody Whitehair, who respect is one of the better interior offensive linemen in the game. Got a lot of respect for him. And Riley Reiff is probably going to plop his ass in at left tackle because I do think that the experiment of Tevin Jenkins, last year's second-round pick coming out of Oklahoma State, where he was a right tackle, I think the idea of putting him on the blind side, probably not a good idea. And also Larry Borum, the rookie last year, 5th-round pick out of Mizzou, showed pretty decently at tackle last season. So I do think that Riley Reiff is going to be back on the blind side. And you know what's exactly what's going to happen. Daniil and Sedaris, yum time. Yes, the specter of facing off against Riley Reiff twice a year. Of course, Za'Darius with the greasy grime and Green Bay Packers got to play Riley Reiff, getting after it twice a year, going after it in the NFC North. Plus, Daniil, the real deal hunter, every day in practice, he's just like, why can't I play against Riley Reiff in a game? Why? Well, now they get their chance. But again, someone get this man some help. Someone get Justin Fields some help. Again, trade him to the Texans. Let's expedite this process. Get him to the AFC, and then go from there. But, I mean, that's the big move, huh? That's the fantastic move. Sign a Michael Schofield as well as Riley Reiff. Like, that's the plan. Just great. 0-17. You know what I mean, Vern? That's right, man. Anyways, let us know your thoughts on our thoughts of the Chicago Bears, for some reason, signed Riley Reiff. Big time money, 8 figures, by the way. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.